What is up, guys? Welcome to the video.
What's up?
This video is all about streaming games. Google has recently announced Google Stadia. Microsoft has their xCloud coming up. We're going to be talking about is game streaming. First of all, what it is, and is it the new big thing that's coming up? Stay tuned for the video. Let's get started.
Stay tuned. This is big.
Exactly. Alright, so if you guys don't know, Google recently just did a big keynote speech announcing Google Stadia, which is basically their entry into the console game. They're now streaming games directly from their server, and the way it works is instead of actually buying a console, they're saying that you can basically play these games on any device, your phone, your tablet. They even showed in the press conference someone going from a phone to a tablet to a computer to a TV, playing the exact same game, and they were just basically pausing the game and picking up.
So you can start on your phone and then just transition to a TV?
Exactly. So imagine you're playing like an Assassin's Creed game and you had to go out and you're sitting on a train somewhere with Wi-Fi connection, hopefully, because you do need internet connection. But you can pause it on your TV, pick it up as soon as you walk out the door, and you're picking it up from the exact same spot that you left it off in.
Okay, so Orain was just telling me about this, and it kind of blew my mind, and I was like, hold on, Orain, just press record on the camera so we can talk about it.
Exactly.
Because, you know, similar to a lot of you, I don't know what the hell's going on, right? So I just remember PlayStation, Xbox, they're the ones leading the way. Even Nintendo's still around with the Nintendo Switch.
Well, Nintendo's a lot around. They're probably one of the highest selling consoles right now. But the idea is this thing is supposed to either be the new way people are playing or eliminating that console war completely, because now a lot of these companies are going into streaming games because it's more money. So you don't have to buy a console,
right,
but you're buying a service that you're paying for X amount of dollars per month. So it's basically like the Netflix of video games.
That's kind of nuts because, Orain, so you're telling me, all right, because you know Google's a beast already, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they can do whatever the hell they want.
And that's why
Bottom
they can
line.
do this, exactly.
And they can try and fail at this, waste some millions and whatever money, and survive. But this is my thinking. How about PlayStation and Xbox? These consoles, do you think they're going to get into the streaming field?
So, I don't know if logistically PlayStation can do it, because if you think about it, Microsoft has this big network that it already has established. It doesn't have to set up any kind of servers. It doesn't have to set up any server farms to do this. It's already there. They just have to put the equipment in the server farms. Google's the same thing. They're all over the world. PlayStation's not really a networking company, so they can't really invest. They would have to literally build out their infrastructure.
But it's Sony. You know what I'm saying?
It is Sony.
At the core, it's still Sony.
But they're not a technology company. They're an electronics company.
That's interesting.
My thinking is that Sony's really going to focus on their console. The next PlayStation 5 is set to be debuted pretty soon. They're going to go all in on that console, and then they do have a PlayStation Now service that's kind of similar to a streaming service that they can build up later.
They have a cloud network and all that
Microsoft,
stuff,
in June, they already said that they're debuting their xCloud service that is either going to be on par or a little bit better than what Google debuted in their Google Stadia. So they're going full streaming, but they're also saying they're not abandoning the console. And I think they're doing that because they don't want to lose gamers, because there's a lot of gamers, traditional gamers out there that want the console.
Right, from the rumors in X, Y, and Zville, I heard that the new Xbox was supposed to drop right alongside the PS5.
Yeah, so there's actually going to be two Xboxes. There is one coming out this year that doesn't have any kind of disc drive in it. So it really is just a digital Xbox where you're downloading games into.
Because I know they went more entertainment than gaming.
At the beginning, yeah. So now they've gone back. They have a new head of Xbox. His name is Phil Spencer. He's all about games.
Good job, Phil.
So they're investing more into their gaming structure. And if you really looked at it, the PlayStation won this particular gaming war because they had more games. They had more studio making games for them. So Xbox has gone back and they've taken that Microsoft money and they poured it into making more games.
Dude, out of the blue. Did you guys know Final Fantasy VII, the remake, not the rebuild, but the remake, It's on Xbox. I thought it was going to come out on PlayStation.
No, it's on
Xbox.
Yeah, man, because
now listen, I'm a Final Fantasy VII fanatic.
I love Final Fantasy VII. One of the best games ever made.
When you start talking about remaking the game and all that crap, redoing stuff, you don't need to redo what already works, in my opinion and other opinions. But look, the long story short is Xbox took the lead and is dropping Final Fantasy VII again on Xbox One, which I already have. Yeah.
Dude, but if you really think about it, now think about streaming services like Netflix, right?
Yeah.
What is one of the best part of Netflix is the availability. One, you can basically get it anywhere, anytime you want.
Right.
Two is that anything that used to be a great movie you watch is now coming to Netflix available in your hand. So go back to the Final Fantasy thing. Imagine you had a streaming service that they can bring Final Fantasy back. They can bring some of the older games that you like to play back, and you don't need a console that's dependent on hardware inside, so it's not compatible. If you have a streaming service, that compatibility issue is out the window.
You really think that's going to happen, though? So much money that these companies have put into these consoles, right? Where you're standing on the Best Buy line for hours on Black Friday trying to spend $500+ on these new consoles that'll end up breaking and whatever. The point is,
yes, and
they're going to get rid of that, you're saying.
Yes, because
that's a bold statement.
When the consoles come out, they're already out of date. That's how technology works. So when you release a console last year, Xbox released with last year's chips. PlayStation released with last year's processors.
Dang.
Now, if you have a streaming service, everything is up to date. It's brand new. It's running on their servers. The trade-off is you don't really own the media anymore. You're renting it. So you're not actually owning the game. And I don't know how many gamers are going to be happy about that. I'm actually fine with it. I'm good with a streaming service as long as it doesn't break the bank. So if you're charging like $30 a month, I can't do that.
I was just thinking about that because these games are $50+.
So I think they have to look at the long haul, right? Because if you think about it, you're getting one price, $50, and that's it. But if you have somebody subscribe to a service that is $20 a month, $19.99, they're paying that monthly. Your game sits on the server. You're getting a commission from that. You get a couple million subscribers. They're making probably more money than they would on selling individual games. And they're leaving all the marketing to these people who are hosting the game on their servers.
I think it's going to be more like of a trial and error. Let's put X price out, $30-$40 on a streaming service. Yeah. Because, you know, people are hungry to play these video games.
Agreed.
And then they realize, okay, the volume is not where we need it, so here's this special deal.
Oh, of course.
This that business jargon, that crap.
And if it blows up, they're all in. So it's almost, this is like the honeymoon phase.
Don't pay the $30 to $50. Let's get it lower.
My thing is, it's got to work. It's got to work out of the box. Google said they're launching this year. Microsoft says they're starting trials this year.
Right.
If this thing is crappy out of the box, nobody's going to get it. But if it knocks it out of the park and it does everything they say it's going to do, I can definitely see people going because it's just the easier way to do it. If you don't have to buy a console, all you got to do is buy a controller. You're probably saving $300 right there.
All right, Jones, here's my question, right?
Yep. Does
Google need to be innovative in regards to gaming? Like Netflix is innovative with their shows. They've produced and, you know, created a lot of their shows. Do they have to be innovative or just reproduce what's already out there?
So they said they're going with, they're creating their own studio. So Google's actually creating a gaming studio that's going to be strictly for creating games for Stadia.
Nuts.
I don't believe they need to create their own games, only because if you're offering me the ability, one of my favorite games right now is Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you're offering me the ability to play Red Dead Redemption 2 when I move from my console in the living room and it's bedtime, but I still want to play a little bit, and I can bring it onto my iPad in my bedroom because my iPad has the Chrome browser, or I can just play it on my phone until I go to bed. I think I would pay for that service just as is, and they wouldn't have to give me an original game. If they give me an original game, that's great, but it's not necessary.
That's crazy. And listen, this is not for you teenagers.
Nope.
Let me be real, because go get a job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
Don't
right?
play
Come on.
video games all day. My philosophy is you work hard, you play hard,
Yeah,
right? So
you're unwelcome.
yeah, we work hard and we come home and we get to sneak away and play these video games.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what Jones is talking about. But don't make that your life,
No.
unless you're on Twitch. I guess you get paid off of Twitch
They
if
get
you're
paid a lot off
if you're nice,
Yeah.
right? Don't.
So we're gonna leave it at that and pass the question on to you guys. Do you think this is the end of the console wars and the beginning
That
of the
would be
streaming
nuts.
wars?
That would be nuts.
So do you think now Google's, that fourth console provider that's going to be in there, do you guys think it's going to be popular? Would you switch your console to a streaming service?
Right.
Let us know in the comment section down below. Your voice definitely matters on this.
Yep. Let us hear it.
Please share it and be cordial to each other as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for checking out the video, and until next time,
Peace.